students, myself Vijayalakshmi Sadlapur, Senior Grade Lecturer, Government Polytechnic Vijaypur, Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. I welcome you for an interesting session on the installation of Turbo C and how to execute a simple program. This session is related to your C programming lab of third semester of your E&C branch. This is a content flow. Well, students, by now you are knowing what is C program, what is a compiler, and how you are going to write the simple program. So in this session, I'm just going to consider the installation steps for the Turbo C and how you are going to execute the program. So we will start with the list of compilers which can be used for your C. Then we'll go through the installation of Turbo C. We will go through the working with Turbo C by writing a simple program, saving it, compiling the program and running the program. We'll also have a demo using your Turbo C here. Then we'll have some simple MCQs related to this session. So here is the list of the different C or C++ compilers, like you have Mini GW or GCC, Clang, Borland C++, Dave++, Abracadabra, Visual C++, Intel or CodeBlock. So amongst these, some are directly written through your DOS prompt and some have the IDE. Here we'll give more stress on the Turbo C as mentioned in your syllabus. So these are the following steps on how you are going to install your Turbo C. Go to your interested browser and you can just have a line download Turbo C for your Windows. So this is the link which will be displayed once you type the line in your browser. Later you'll be asked to download a zip file related to your Turbo C, any version. Click on that download. Then we will have the zip file which will be downloaded. Click on this open file. When we click on the open file, we will have the different folders present in that zip file. Next, you double click on the setup folder, which is going to enter you into the install shield wizard for the given version. Once we install this, then we will be having a shortcut icon created on your desktop. So go to that shortcut icon and double click. This will be the editor which gets opened on your desktop. So here what we have to do is, once we get this editor, we go for file and create a new file. See, this file is having the different options. One is, if you want to create a new project, then you click on new. If you want to open an existing, you go for open, or you have the shortcut key as F3. Once you write the program, if you want to save it, you can save it as using this save, or you can also use a shortcut key that is F2. Okay, so these are the different options we are going to use under the file. So now I want to create a new file, so I'll just go to file and click on new. Once I click on new, I'll just save, I'll give a name to my file which I'm going to create here. So go for file, you have to go for file and save, or you can just press F2. So this particular window gets opened. So in this window, give the name of your file with the extension .c. This is compulsory. So we have to give the extension of .c in front of your file name and then press OK. Then go to the editor, type your program. Once you complete typing your program, go for the compile option. Under the compile option, compile is nothing but it goes through the program and finds if any syntax errors are present. So just go for the compile option and press compile, or you can also use the shortcut key Alt F9. Once you compile, it shows you whether the errors are displayed. Otherwise, it says that there is 0 errors. The next, once you compile, the next step is you have to go for the run. So to run the program, you can either go for the run option and click on run. Otherwise, you can just directly go for your shortcut key of Control F9. Once you run the program, the window gets opened. That is, your DOS prompt gets opened wherein the result will be displayed. Here in my program, I have not used the getch or I have not returned any of the value. Just in order to give you the idea of one more option, that is Alt F5. So whenever you want to get the result which is to be displayed, you have to press the key Alt F5, then your result window gets opened. So this is the steps about how we are going to install your Turbo C and also run a simple program. This is a structure. We will just type this structure in our demo. So here we will have the library files, that is header files, which are said to be the processor directives. This is the syntax you have to follow. You have to write your preprocessor directives followed with a hash symbol and then type your header files. The next we are going to write the main function. Okay, this is the main function of your whole program. Then here comes the program body when you are going to write all your logic starting and closing with the delimiters, which are nothing but the flower braces. And we have to keep in mind that every line in your program body is followed by a semicolon, except some control structures, okay, which you are knowing already. This is the structure. I will just go through the demo by using your Turbo C. I'll just open this my Turbo C window. Go for file. And I want to create a new file. So I get this new. Then I'll just name my file. So I have to go for save. Once I come here, I'll just write the name of the program. There is a file name with the extension .c. So you have to remember that we have to mention this .c compulsorily. Press OK. Now type your program. First we have to type the preprocessor directives followed by your hash symbol, hash include stdio.h. I'll just write a very simple program here. So I am going to include one preprocessor directive. Then I'll write the main function. Okay, this is a main function. Then we will go through the program body. I'll just have some indentation here to have the clarity in your program. I'm just going to write the program with a very simple, just a single line program. Here I'm going to use an IO function, that is printf, wherein I just display some message. I'll write GPT. Then I want to go for a new line. I'll write here in front of GPT, I'll just write DTE. Again, I'll go for a new line. Then I can write it as Karnataka. Okay. Then here, after writing this, I have to give a semicolon. Okay. Then I just complete this by completing the brace. So this is my simple program. Once I write the program, I have to compile this. So go for compile. So it is showing 0 errors. Don't worry about these warnings, because the warning is that I have not used void here, and I am not returning any of the function. That is a result. So that's why I am getting this warning. Not a problem. We'll just ignore that. See, function should return a value. That is a warning which we have. So then next, go for run the program. So once you run the program, here I want to display it, so I'll just use Alt F5. So you can see that you have been displayed with the result, that is GPT DTE Karnataka. Then press enter. You come back to your main program. Okay. So this is a simple program which I have written. Now I'll just exit, or if you, I'll just show one more demo on how you can have the errors, how you have to trace the errors. So I'll go for new, then I'll just save the program. I'll give some name, test2.c. okay. So now if I just write the program, I'll just include some mistakes in the program or errors in the program. Hash include stdio.h. So what is the error I am including here? Instead of you, I have typed it as I. So this should be shown as an error. Then we will write the main. Then we will write the printf statement again. I'll just write here DTE, a new line, character, then I'll write LMS. Okay. Now in the previous program, I just don't want to have any of the outputs of the previous display, so I can just include here CLR SCR, that is a clear screen function, and again give a semicolon. So once I do this, I'll just complete my program by again putting the delimiter, that is a flower brace. So now my program is over. I'll just save this program. To save the program, as I said, you have to use F2. Okay, then next compile the program. So here you can just see that error message is being displayed. So when I press the key, it shows unknown preprocessor directives include. Okay, so when I keep my cursor on this particular line and press enter, it directly goes to that particular line. So I can easily go here and I'll just make the correction, and again I will save my program. Okay, again we will save the program and then we will compile it again. Now you can just see that there are 0 errors. Okay, now we will run the program. Okay, now again, in order to display my result, I'll just use the function Alt F5. So you can just see that my result is DTE LMS. Okay, so this is the way how you are going to just run your simple C program. Now once the demo is over, we'll come back to our slides. So after the completion of the demo, we'll just start with the MCQs. So here, the first MCQ is the C programs are converted into machine language with the help of. So whatever program you're writing, C is a high level program that has to be converted to your machine language. So what are you using? Either you are using an editor, compiler, operating system, none of the above. Just think about the answer. You can pause the video and think about the answer. Yes, the answer is what? A compiler. A compiler is a software which is converting a high level language into machine level language. The next, we'll go through the next question. Compiler translates the source code to. It is translating the source code to, whether it's translating it to a machine code, binary code, executable code, or both. Okay, so the previous question was what is a compiler doing? So here it is translating your source code to what? Yes, the answer is what? It is for both your machine code and the binary code. Just go through the next question. The compiler can check dash errors. Which errors it can check? See, always the compilers can check only the what? Yes, it is the syntax error. Only the syntax errors can be checked and not the content and neither the logical errors. The next, the software which is a software utility that translates the code written into higher level language to a low level language. So what we are using, which software it is? Yes, it is again a compiler. Okay, so these are some few important questions. Just some points which you have to remember is that which you have already studied in your programming section, theory section, that you have to use a semicolon after your statements, and you are going to use the delimiters, and you are knowing the idea of your preprocessor directives and all those things. So what we have done in this session is we have just gone through the installation of your Turbo C, and we have just run a simple C program. Okay, so this is a team. We are working on the LMS content development related to your C programming lab. Thank you.